So I decided to record today instead of the weekend because I have more time today. But I want to talk about my camping experience. It is not that interesting, but I found that I might as well make a video about it since I'm running out of ideas at the moment. And yeah, I hope that you stick around and enjoy. It probably won't be very long. We'll see when I actually edit it, but it should be pretty short. So, thank you for listening. I guess I should start with how I ended up packing. So, about a week before we left, I ended up packing up the majority of my stuff in a suitcase in my backpack. And when we actually left, it was around the evening, and the drive is a couple hours away. Well, it's closer to like 4 to 5 hours. And so we ended up leaving a little later than we wanted to. So we ended up getting there quite late, and it wasn't very nice out. It was a little bit miserable at first. So it wasn't a very fun night having to arrive to a place where we aren't overly familiar with. And originally, there were actually people staying there because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. This isn't an actual campground. And we set up the tent, luckily, at the spot we wanted to because the other people ended up leaving. And then we brought all the stuff in, blew up air mattresses, and basically just went to sleep after meeting my aunt and my cousins. So that was nice because I haven't seen them in like 2 years. So the next day was interesting. We woke up and I ended up making breakfast, which was eggs, and they weren't very good because when you're trying to make eggs on a nonstick pan that doesn't work, and you don't have a spatula because you can't find it because you didn't finish unpacking everything the night before, it's very hard to flip eggs. So they were not very good. I also ended up making hot dogs that night, I believe, and I ended up cooking like hamburgers, more hot dogs, and a bunch of other food during the whole camping trip. Um, but the first day wasn't too bad. I had to get used to getting clean in the lake that's nearby, but that wasn't too bad because I've done that like plenty of times before. And I gotta say, the water wasn't actually that bad, but there was loads of little fishies, so it was really annoying to try to soap like yourself and then to jump into the water and try to make sure that the fish aren't too nearby because you don't want them just ingesting all that soap because that can't be very good. But it wasn't too bad. Then I would just end up drying off in the sun. We were literally just sat outside all day doing pretty much nothing. Lots of trekking around, and obviously there's no bathrooms, right? So use the logs, which actually were kind of nice to be honest with you because I was overseeing the lake on them, which was quite pleasant, really. And yeah, we didn't end up doing that much. I started an anime series or whatever on Netflix. I think it's Super Crooks, I believe. So I was watching that a little bit. I ended up downloading some webtoons stuff and a podcast, which I never ended up listening to. You should listen to Serial, by the way. Super good podcast. I ended up just finishing um, uh, almost all other seasons. There's one left that I have to get through. I think it's season 3 or something. I don't know. But I ended up doing that. And then the next couple days are pretty much the same thing. Um, my like family that we were seeing there, because we only usually see them once a year, but we didn't end up seeing them last year, is from my dad's side, and they're further up north and stuff. So there's lots of like really pretty places because the majority of the areas are like indigenous territory, basically. And it's nice because you actually feel more, I guess, accepted because me being an indigenous person, um, it was nice seeing all of the like art and stuff and actually being able to feel connected, even though the reserve that I'm from is 2 hours away from there. It was still nice to be closer by than I usually am. I ended up just talking to my aunt about school and what I want to do, which is, by the way, political studies, if anyone cares. And talking about my current grades, my current classes that I'm about to have in a couple days now, which is insane because the summer's gone by so fast. All I've been doing is volunteer work and taking care of the house and all the pets and doing the gardening and cooking and cleaning, so I haven't had much time for myself. But it's been nice to be busy, I think. And basically, the next little bit was just me doing little tasks, and yeah, there wasn't really much to it. One thing that's cool is my cousin actually was like hunting a little while ago, and he ended up getting a moose. So we got to bring moose meat home, which is really awesome. Um, my mom doesn't want to eat it at all, but we're actually cooking it right now. So we're hoping to make a stew out of it tomorrow because it takes a long time to cook moose. And we ended up also watching the movie Prey, which was awesome, by the way. I really like the amount of indigenous people that are in it. I do wish that maybe less of them died, but it was really good. The what was it? The cinematography was amazing, and it was really nice. So I enjoyed that. Um, there wasn't really much else, I don't think, that we ended up doing. We did try to fish a lot. My cousin brought his boat out, and we were fishing on that, but we didn't get lucky. There's like no fish in the lake besides really small guys, so we ended up having to leave them alone. Well, yeah, the last day that we were there, well, technically second last day, because the last day we ended up leaving in the morning. The second last day, um, a giant turtle came into the water. It was really slowly trying to eat all the little tiny fish, which was really cute because I wanted to pet it, but it was a snapping turtle, so I can't do that. Oh yeah, we also ended up seeing a couple caterpillars. They're quite big too up there. Um, uh, we ended up also um, like there was like loads of different animals that we saw. Lots of squirrels, a lot of squirrels. There were red ones, and they're super cute. And they ended up trying to eat a Cheeto that fell on the ground, which was pretty funny. Also, some chips too. Um, we didn't see that many other animals besides like blue jays, and there were definitely foxes and stuff though. Um, well, yeah, my aunt also brought over partridge, which I've actually never had before, and it was okay. It was pretty plain though. I would rather eat something less bland, I think. Then again, she did overcook it, so it was a little dry. But, it wasn't too bad. I'd eat it again, but I'd rather a steak or something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't end up really doing much when we were camping, to be honest with you. It was very fun. I have a couple photos, which maybe I'll do a little montage of sometime. I don't know when, because I don't feel like doing that right now because my camera is actually dead or almost dead. So I need to charge it, but that takes a long time, and I'm just far too lazy to do that. Yeah, no, it was enjoyable. It was very annoying though because during the morning it would be like 30 something degrees Celsius for those who are wondering. It's not Fahrenheit because I'm not American. And during the night it would be below freezing, and it would suck because when you're in a tent that doesn't do any heat trapping and all you have is a tiny sleeping bag, it's hard to keep warm. But the tent traps in the heat during the day really well, but horribly at night, which was very annoying. We ended up also cooking like fish there, which was good. I didn't end up having it, but I know it was good because I wasn't feeling good that one night. We ended up having potatoes. I got to see my grandma too, which is amazing because she's incredible. She's one of my favorite people, probably my favorite person who lives today on this world. She's so nice. I got to see her cat Patches, who is such a like big, fluffy, affectionate cat. He's amazing. And yeah, we did a little bit of shopping up there. It was nice to spend time with family. I enjoyed that more than the camping, I think, because I felt more included. The thing that did suck about it, though, like being a trans person, is that swimming was so annoying. Because if I wanted to get clean, I would have to take off my cover shirt, which I wore a binder though, like for as long as I possibly could. Obviously, like not over time, only 8 hours, but I wanted to make sure I was using it properly. And it was very frustrating because there were people on the other side of the lake that were like blasting inappropriate music, and I didn't really want to get clean without wearing my like top shirt, but it wasn't very easy to clean myself that way, so and I just had to trot around in my binder, which was okay, but it was it's a like half binder, so it's not like a tank top. It's kind of more similar to, I guess, a bra in that way. Just because I find them more comfortable because I'm more used to them, I guess. And this was the first time that I went up camping, or even just saw my family on that side after I came out to them, because I came out to them only a couple months ago, even though I've been out as trans for years because I was scared. But they're accepting, which is nice. And I ended up basically just trying my best to not, yeah, I don't know, overstep my boundaries about stuff. They were messing up a little bit, which, happens when you don't practice about anything. But by the end of it, though, they had it down pretty well, which is awesome. Um, so I'm glad of that. But it was also really annoying to get back in the car on the last day and drive all the way down, and because we have a really small car, having like so much stuff because we brought a lot of stuff that we probably didn't need to bring. It's on top of you. You're buried in it, and it's under you. There's no leg space, no arm space, no nothing. It's perfect to fall asleep on, but you don't really want to sleep when it's really hot and you're covered in stuff that just makes it more hot. But then it started to pour, and it was like, oh my god. And then we had to go grocery shopping afterwards. And we got home and had to shower. And then by then, like some of the plants in our garden were close to dying. So I went out and watered the hell out of them. All the cats were freaking out because we came home after a week of camping. And they have now forgiven us, so that's nice. We ended up eating, I think it was just chicken, really. So it was not a very, great meal, no vegetables or anything. But we did not have time, and I don't think we really cared. And then afterwards, there's a little bit of unpacking and putting stuff away and cleaning stuff, so that took a little bit of time. But it hasn't been too bad, because we only got back on the Friday. So I've been settling in, catching up on my YouTube videos and any anime that I didn't get to watch. Also, I ended up having to catch up on the What We Do in the Shadows episode that came out because my dad and I watched that. And it's really good, by the way. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's great. Ridiculous and amazing. Same with Our Flag Means Death, and like pretty much anything similar to that. It's fantastic. And yeah, I had to finally was able to continue playing Assassin's Creed because right now I'm doing the Ezio collection because I've played the what one was it? I played Black Flag, Rogue, the third game, or was it the second one? The one with Connor in it, which I think is the third one. So I've played a couple of them. I haven't played any of the newer ones just because of the fact that they're expensive, and I don't know if I really like the gameplay change. But my favorite is Black Flag. So yeah, no, it was nice. It was. I wish I would have took maybe more photos. I did a little bit of kayaking, but didn't do that much because it was so hot. When it's so hot, you don't want to do anything except for just sit in the shade all day. But it was nice to see everyone. So, but anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble for absolutely no reason. Um, I do plan on recording something this weekend. Not too sure what yet. I might just do another Project Sekai video just because they're easier to do and take a lot less time to edit. So we'll see. If not, then I might do another ranking one because those actually were fun. I got a couple more views on that than my my gaming ones or whatever. So we'll see. Also, around October, I'll have a update video about like trans related stuff because I have an appointment, I think on the 5th of October, to actually try to get diagnosed with gender dysphoria so that I can start testosterone, which is amazing. Finally, I got the courage to muster that up. I actually just want to microdose it for a while, but yeah. I mean, I want to get top surgery and stuff, so we'll see how any of that goes. I don't know. No idea, really. It's also about money and don't want to miss out on too much school, right? So, but yeah, it's exciting. So I'll try to update about that, and then eventually it'd be awesome to do update videos about my appearance and voice over time because I know that lots of trans individuals do that, and it's quite fun to watch. So I might do that myself. I don't currently have my face visible on YouTube, but I do on other social media platforms you can find me on. So, but yeah, thank you for listening. Should be a video sometime this weekend, maybe two if I feel like making both of the ideas I have at the moment. And if you have any recommendations of what else I should do, let me know because I don't want to run out of ideas. I do plan on recording at least once every single week if I can. But when school starts back up in September, I don't know how great they'll be because I will be busy with studying and stuff. So, but yeah, thank you for listening. If you have any questions about really anything related to anything, really, let me know. I'll try to answer them. And yeah, hopefully I will see you all next week or this weekend or whenever I decide to upload again. So, thank you. Bye.